What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Dueling Aces. Along with me, as always, our stats man, Mr. Zolt, the star, Mr. Adam, and
We're usual, more like
we have
we've
a
all.
small group tonight, but okay, we'll take the stragglers as they come in.
If they come in.
Yeah, it's everybody's got something going on. It's like, yep. Well, guess what?
No, this is the place to talk on a Monday. Sorry.
You either care about the show or you don't.
And they do.
Yes, they care about it so much. Bowling's more important.
Oh. Well, when a certain somebody hears that replay, he'll have his commentary in the chat tomorrow morning. I'm sure he will. But that's okay, it is what it is, right?
Well, in that case, fuck you, Akers.
Perfecto. Bada boom.
Let's start early.
Yes, why not? Right? Why the hell not?
Oh, while we're at it, suck it, suds.
Hey, there we go. Hey.
Oh, we haven't had a good suck at sub in a while.
No, we haven't.
That's what
long overdue.
And that's what she said. But well, again, another this episode, of course, as we have YouTube watcher. We have a YouTube watcher.
Yeah, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, I have no idea. But okay. Dave's just like, nope. It's like, well, they're coming in from all angles. What can we say?
Don't click on nothing.
You click nada. Do not click. Ugh. Put user in timeout, block user. Hey. Bada boom!
I'll do it for me.
Block the user. It's a user. Sorry, too much churn. First and foremost, our thoughts and prayers with family of Jean, who passed away last Thursday. She was definitely one of our big fans, watching just not this show, but multitude of our shows, as we did address last night, and she will definitely be missed. Big time.
Yeah. Still sucks.
But we will turn around and, I was going to say Clint was looking for Clint too, because Clint said he was going to be in tonight. I know he just posted something in the chat.
Probably getting home from work. You know how the system.
Yeah, I was going to say right now the snow's been holding up a lot going on right now, so hopefully that doesn't get hung up too much more.
Well, I know it's worse. I had a friend of mine said he was in Brook Park and it was a whiteout, and that was like a half hour ago.
I was going to say, I was near West 117th and even Westlake this afternoon, and it was just 35 miles an hour on 90. Not fun.
That's probably why they canceled, but that's where I've been working with Westlake, and they canceled us at 5:30 this morning.
No, it was nice early this morning. It was all clear, but then by 9:30, 10 o'clock, it was garbage.
Yeah.
It was total garbage. 100%. So I understand a lot of people are really just fuming about the overtime ordeal and are like, okay, well, the rules need to be changed. Well, the rules got changed.
but not to the like.
Well, it's kind of like, I think, me personally, I think the NFL half-assed this thing. It's like, oh, you go down and get a field goal, well, then the other team gets a shot and can turn around and try to tie, get another field goal, and then you play to a sudden death. But if it's a touchdown, the game's over. Huh? Either you're going to make this right or don't do it at all. That's kind of my philosophy on this at the moment. It's either you do it right at the setup of how the collegiate level has it, or you go back to doing it your old way where, hey, first one, first in and out, that's it. Game over. Marcy, how are you? Good to see you.
A game that good should not have been decided in that way. It should not have been decided by the coin toss. And I'm specifically putting it that way because I know some of the arguments are, oh, well, all the defense has to do is stop them. Well, here's the thing. The rule was changed in 2010. Since then, you've had 11 playoff games go to OT. Anybody want to guess out of those 11 how many the coin toss winner won?
Probably what, 10?
10. The coin toss winner has won 10 out of those 11 playoff games.
Wow.
The way it's set up is not fair. It isn't. And the fact of the matter is, I said the exact same thing in 2018 when Kansas City lost. It should have been changed then. It should be changed now. It's not how you decide it, and it's a simple fix. It doesn't matter what the original team does to score. The other team gets a shot to match. That's it. That's the fix. It's that easy.
If they don't over, if they do, then you go to a sudden death.
Basically the way the collegiate level does it. It's you get one shot both ways.
But are you gonna?
I was because I threw the ticker on there because I heard it. I know I heard it.
It was who knows? My thing is I understand what you guys are saying with the whole let both teams get one crack at it, but the thing is are you actually at that point? If you're going to adapt it similar to the college rules where you let both teams get a shot, are you going to take away the kickoff and just start at the 30 or 25 like they do in college too? Or because that's a long duration field to go when you do a kickoff.
No, you don't. No, there's no kickoff. There's no extra quarter crap. No, you do it exactly at the rate the collegiate level is doing it. You turn around, you start at the 25, and you go in.
I'll tell you what. Don't get me wrong. It was the 9 overtime game, Penn State and Illinois was fucking awesome as hell. Could you imagine if that's kind of how the Buffalo Kansas City game probably could have went last night if they had adapted the full college rules.
Yeah, and like I said, it's either you're going to do this the right way or you're not going to do it at all.
Yeah, and I completely agree. They had their chance to stop him and prevent OT. The thing is, once you reach OT, it's got to be fair for both teams.
Yeah, the game came down to probability. It didn't come down to letting those two teams decide it on the field. It came down to probability. And like I was saying last night in the chat, I think the way to do it is both teams get one possession, regardless of whether you score or not. And then after that, first team to score wins, which is how they do it in the regular season. Why can't you extend it to the postseason? I hate this sudden death. That game shouldn't have ended like that at all. Not one bit. That was a great game. Yes, there were plenty of opportunities for Buffalo to stop Patrick Mahomes in 13 seconds. All you had to do was get one guy inbounds or slow him up a little. You had 13 seconds to run off, and you're going to the AFC title game. Yeah, it sucks. That was a shit loss. But I think the NFL and the officiating bears a lot of culpability at how that game played out.
I just said that I think it's funny that the last 13 seconds the Bills did their best Browns defense impersonation, and they fucking were spot on.
I don't. Well, you know that they're gonna bomb it, so I don't think that they necessarily did anything schematically wrong.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's you knew that that's what they had to do. I mean, didn't I also see somebody post a meme of Prescott, by the way, and it was
They did.
It was a hold my beer. It was a hold my beer. Look what I can do in 13 seconds versus your 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chiefs actually scored points in 13 seconds, whereas Dak ran for the 14, and that was the end of it.
I was like, ooh, that's cold.
Well, the other thing, though, like, if you look at the final flurry, the final 2 minutes of that game,
it was exciting as hell.
It was very exciting. However, if Buffalo goes for 2 after scoring that touchdown,
do you make them go for the touchdown?
Then they have to go for the touchdown, and the field goal is irrelevant.
But the thing is, if you miss that, though, and they make that field goal, then you lose on a field goal. So that's kind of the...
I would rather lose on a last-second field goal in regular than the way they lost last night.
Yeah, but you're also going to that coin toss with a 50-50 shot you're going to win.
You have a 50-50... True. Again, it's probability. But I would rather leave it on the field, because if I go into the locker room losing by 1, knowing that it was a last second field goal that did it, and because we couldn't convert to 2, as opposed to staring down the barrel of a gun with a tie and knowing that if I lose the coin toss and they score, it's over, I don't get the ball. I'd rather take the previous as opposed to the latter, to be honest with you. Because then if I lose it on a last second field goal, if I'm a head coach and I lose it on a last second field goal in regulation, I know I have done everything I possibly can to make sure my team wins that game.
Well, I mean, if it would have been the Ravens in the game last night, it would have been, Harbaugh would have went for 2, because hell, he did it all fucking season long, and it cost him 2 or 3 wins because of it.
3, 2 of them against the Steelers.
Yeah.
The Packers was out and about that whole situation, and he was like, being, it is what it is. He was like, if we would have won the toss, it'd be the other way around. It's like, I don't celebrating, and they'd be over there mad. I'm like,
when you start hearing these coaches after the game talking about the analytics and going for 2 and not versus it, I don't like the whole. I don't want to play that. Like, especially when you got Justin Tucker on the Ravens, like Mr. Automatic. Like, take your points and play for the 50-50 coin toss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the whole
shit, man.
I just, that's like Michael David says. I agree. I'm taking my chances on the coin toss. At least I know I'm getting that extra opportunity instead of if I go for 2 and miss it, game's over.
True.
I just, breaking away from that for half a second, I do want to point out, since I saw these numbers, I thought they were wonderful. Over the last 365 days, the Chiefs and the Bills have played each other 3 times. Total scores for those 3 games: Kansas City 100, Buffalo 98.
Ooh. Yeah, they're saying that that's like the new Brady and Manning type thing, or like a new rivalry, the Mahomes and Allen. I'm okay with that. But like I said in the chat too, fuck the rest of the playoffs. Let's just have the Bills and Chiefs play a best of 7 and see who, and then we'll crown them Super Bowl.
Only if we don't have to listen to Patrick Mahomes post-game press conferences.
Are you not a fan?
I cannot stand that motherfucker, and I don't know why.
Because he sounded like Kermit the Frog and Mickey Mouse had a baby.
But there's something about the way that he talks and the way that he carries himself that just bothers the ever-living fuck out of me, and I don't know why. Because he's a hell of a talented quarterback.
All right, Marcy, be careful driving out there.
But, I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room for a second. I mean, the giant elephant in the room. George, when are you going to just shut the fuck up and pick the 49ers to win?
Nope. I already told Adam. I said I am riding Stafford.
Because I listen, you sounded like an old lady yesterday arguing with a grocery store clerk about the peas. Like you were bitching about Stafford, and then they won the game, and it was Stafford and the kicker that won it for you.
It's like, dude, yep, and that's the horse I'm backing. Wow, that bad boy is super loud tonight.
Mm-hmm. I even open the window to make sure.
I certainly hope that the 49ers win next weekend. Just because I want to see you a ball of nerves in 2 weeks going into the Super Bowl.
Hey, we'll just hang on.
They win to spite him. They win to spite him. They hear all the shit he be saying.
We'll just have to see how Zolt picks the team of destiny this week.
I think I went 3-1 this weekend. I think
I went 2-2, and I've never been happier.
I was gonna say, I am pleasantly happy. I'm glad I don't have to see Tom Brady and hear the Tom Brady.
He has the best.
Some more.
He has the best boo-boo face, even better than Eli Manning. God, I love it when he loses. I love his boo-boo face. Did you see the hit that happened yesterday when Von Miller came in and like wrapped him like he was going to drive him and then let him go? And there was that incidental helmet to helmet that busted open Brady's lip. Did you see the hit?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Brady yelling at the ref afterward and the ref just go like this and walk away from him? That, to me, I was like, yes. Finally, the rest of us just shut up.
Yeah.
The thing is, but they would have called that any other time. So I mean,
But it wasn't. He didn't drive him into the ground, and he initiated contact with a hit, and then he let go, as Brady let go of the ball. The helmet to helmet was incidental. Like it wasn't.
Just like in the Chiefs-Bills game, the late incidental helmet hit, and the ref actually went right over to pick up Patrick. I was like, wow.
He's the new golden boy.
That's payback. That's come up because wasn't in the Eagles game, somebody from the Buck hit an Eagle player when he like put a knee down and he was on the ground for like an extra minute or two, and they ain't called no flag on that. So it's like, yeah, we messed up on that. So no, Brady, you can't get this one.
Yeah, we have our new generation of QBs at the moment. I agree with Chipper. It is going to be fun to watch these young kids for a while. It's like we're into our next new generation.
I was going to say, can we spend half a minute talk about the kids in the AFC specifically, as opposed to the NFC?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you Mahomes, Allen, Burrow,
Herbert. Come on.
Burrow.
What does the NFC have? Young quarterback?
Trey Lance.
Not really.
Really?
How is he not muted? Thank you.
Next year.
No.
Hang on. Justin Fields.
I was about to say Justin Fields, but I would like someone to inspect Joe Burrow, because there is no way that those nads of his are real. They have to be made of steel or some other type of metal. Because that dude.
9 sacks.
And he got up and slung it.
That is what Coach Weiss said this morning. He has got the biggest set of brass ones on the planet. That was Coach's words this morning. He said he got right up from taking that sack and he just let it fly.
I watched that game Saturday. We had D&D over here at my place. We went sled riding and played on the lake. It's thick enough to go skating on, which is awesome. But and then we had D&D over here, and I had that game on while we were cooking chili for everybody. And when the Bengals won, I wanted to just go into the chat and just type out in all caps, "I fucking told you all."
I picked Cincinnati.
I picked Tennessee.
Because I remember getting scoffed at last Monday because I said Cincinnati can beat Titans. Because
I
the
said they
I
was
was right with you.
a fluke 1 seed.
Exactly. I was right with you. I was taking
I see Zolt
Cincinnati
biting
all
his
the way.
lip.
No.
Let's see.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I picked Tennessee, but at the same time, I flat out hated every time I picked Tennessee during the year because that was the worst 12-5 team I've ever seen.
They're a one-dimensional team.
Yeah,
I had no idea what I was getting week in, week out, ever. At any
point. They're a one-dimensional team.
Yeah.
Oh, the chatterboxes are.
Well, and
We're
Kyle,
Pittsburgh.
because Kyle, there's a meme that was going around today that says top 4 quarterbacks, the youth of the AFC, and it had Burrow, Allen, Herbert, and Mahomes, and then it had a picture of, and they were like, oh yeah, you can't forget about Mason, and it showed Mason's picture, and I'm like, oh god, I know Steelers fans are hating that.
As long as they showed the picture of him with a helmet bashed into his face.
No, they didn't show that one, unfortunately. I think they showed the dazed look when he got up and he had like the big eyes or whatever. With the, I can't find the
Mike is definitely. I think Mike's probably going to revoke his Steelers fandom and just go. I don't know what you're talking about. I live in Kansas City now. I know he's totally going to do that.
I would have liked to have seen Buffalo win that game last night, simply because if Kansas City's out of the playoffs and you have Cincinnati and Buffalo, San Francisco, and the Rams, then you actually have to talk about the games and strategy instead of crawling up a certain quarterback's ass, whether it's Brady or Mahomes or whomever. Like, you actually have to talk about the game.
And that's what I was hoping for too. And because I seriously would love to have seen Buffalo get there again to just try to get that win.
I think Cincinnati's going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Cincinnati's going to the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. They've already beaten Kansas City once.
And they know how to run the playbook.
They know how to run once this year too.
True, but here's the thing about Cincinnati. Cincinnati doesn't know they're supposed to be young and inexperienced.
The quote from Burrow after the game, the reporters were asking him, well, why aren't you celebrating? It's just like, we've got work to do. And it was like, wow, they even said, you don't expect that coming from him. He totally is, act like you've been here before kind of thing. And that stemmed from the coach.
But that comes from LSU too.
And how was at LSU? He was just, we ain't done yet.
Yeah, I was going to say that too, because they brought in Trey from the Saints on as an interview today. And they even said, Burrow and Drew Brees have been talking a lot, especially since he had been at LSU. And he said that is where he has been getting all of his feedback, any advice. That is his go-to guy. And it's like, why not a better presence and a mentor like having Drew Brees, for crying out loud? Because Drew
pick
Brees
a better one
like that.
You couldn't have picked a better one. Yeah.
Always professional, act like he had been there before, and that's exactly how Joe Burrow is acting. That's really good.
But the thing with the Bengals
does the same thing.
The thing with the Bengals overall though is they are playing in a fashion where they don't know that they're supposed to be young and inexperienced and they're not supposed to have this much success yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched it with Mahomes all season, and I saw it last night. when he gets flustered, he makes some very questionable either option runs or throws that with a better secondary, probably interceptions.
One of them he puts up some prayers, and about 90% of them are answered, but the other 10% they're not.
There was one last night, and I think it was in that 13 seconds that had the defender not stepped to the right and stepped to the left, that'd have been a pick six. Because there was nobody. There was absolutely nobody on the Kansas City offense that was going to catch him. And you can't do that again. Like, if you for hypothetical and shits and giggles, if you get a Kansas City LA matchup in the Super Bowl, you can't do that type of stuff against Aaron Donald because he will eat you alive all day long.
And
even the San Francisco defense.
The Cincy defense has been just on fire. Big time.
The wife has taken the girl child out to drive in the slush and the snow.
Ooh.
You gotta learn how to do it.
Well, let's make it official on setting this up here. So since
are we gonna do our picks now?
Let's start by going over this game. Since we're pretty much already into it, so let's turn around and start doing it. Chipper saying changing of the QB guard is.
Well, they proved that this weekend.
NFC to AFC.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Chipper's in here. We're actually talking sports and just not crawling up Pittsburgh Steelers' asses.
Yeah. But no, he's right. I mean, AFC is a lot stronger at this point.
Absolutely, it is.
Definitely.
Think about 2 to 3 years from now, if quarterbacks actually progress like they're supposed to. My God, we are in for some fun football.
Yeah, fantasy is going to be interesting as hell. There will be fighting for quarterbacks in my drafting. Those quarterbacks will be picked in round one a little bit more often than they used to.
Way earlier than normal.
They used to be picked. A lot of them used to be picked in the first round.
That's fine. Go ahead and let them pick the quarterbacks. I'll take all the running backs. That way they don't get shit.
Hang on. I got this one. I got this one. Hang on. Quarterback progression is what happens after you fire Urban Meyer.
Bravo. Well played. Well played. I have to give you props on that one. That was very well played, sir. Very well played.
Especially if they get Leftwich down there in Jacksonville as their new head coach. Trevor Lawrence could have a hell of a year next year.
I'm actually totally surprised we didn't get an announcement this morning.
I think
Leftwich. I was waiting for a Leftwich announcement this morning.
I think Leftwich would make a fine head coach down there in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like I said, I thought for sure we were getting that announcement this morning.
I saw somebody put up a meme. I don't know if it was in our chat or if I saw it on Facebook about Eric Bieniemy and then the head coach or the OC for the Cowboys and how he gets all these head coaching offers and people talk about him that he'd be a good head coach, but Eric Bieniemy's like 6-0 or something in the playoffs. And I thought about it for a second. I went, well, Eric Bieniemy's the heir apparent in Kansas City. Why the fuck would he go anywhere else?
Oh, you're saying he's on the Josh McDaniels plan.
Yeah. But now there's McDaniels is going to Vegas, so I mean, who knows?
McDaniels is rumored to turn around and smack somebody upside.
I told you, I said it last week. I'm like, we ain't hear a Josh McDaniels rumor about him going in. There it is. He's staying. Really, with Belichick saying he's going to coach another year. coach probably into late 70s. So
I wonder if Michael Day was talking about the Daniels or something.
Who? Josh? Mike, who are you talking about, Josh or Eric?
Well, if he's either or. I mean, if he's talking about McDaniels, I mean, being around Bill Belichick, you probably got a stale ass fucking personality being around Belichick.
There's your Harbaugh.
they said something about a rumor last year when he was doing interviews. They said he wasn't a good interview. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine. Eric Bieniemy doesn't have to be a good interview. He's gonna end up with the head coaching job in Kansas City.
Right. I mean, you can have. It's like, okay, your bad interview. It's like, all right.
I think they just used the bad interview excuse because of the simple fact that it was a lot of outrage of him not having the head coaching job last year, or being considered that he should be.
Well, Mr. Zolt, do we have numbers for this game, sir?
Sure. I got numbers for whatever the hell game you want. What do you want?
It's up here. What do we have for spread? What do we have for?
Okay. Cincinnati, Kansas City, the early game. Over under a 54. Let's air this sucker out. Let's go. Kansas City favored.
What did Buffalo and Kansas City just put up? 70 what?
Yeah. Hopefully you took the over on that one. Kansas City's favored by 7.5 over a touchdown.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, think about this though too. Mahomes has been a starter for only 4 years, and he's made the AFC Championship all 4 years.
But isn't he 2-2 in the AFC title game?
Yeah.
I mean, but the fact is Arrowhead's a different animal in the playoffs, though, is what I heard. I read it earlier. They're like, that's going to be the biggest test for the Bengals, is that how loud that place can be in a playoff game.
Joe Burrow played in Death Valley, and he went and played in the swamp, and he went and played in Tuscaloosa, and he went over to Auburn. Like,
he's played in loud places.
He's played in very loud, very hostile places. I think his confidence is going to permeate through the rest of that team on the game on Saturday or Sunday.
Both on Sunday.
They're both on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think that his confidence is going to permeate through that team on Sunday. The thing that I wonder though is, are those odds based off of when they played in the regular season, or are people having knee jerk reactions to the last 13 seconds of that game yesterday and favoring the Chiefs by 7.5? Because to be honest, I think that game's more even than the odds would suggest.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what factors into their numbers. All I can say is I'm currently looking at 7 different sports books. They all have it. The low is 6.5. The high is 7.5. So They're all the same, roughly.
Mike, I'm sure we need to turn around and also judge alcohol content too. Plus, you were in the crowd and not on the field, so not that
that was a hell of a hit from Stephon Diggs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. The best play he had all night.
Doug's chiming in. He is saying Cincy and Rams. Yeah, it's these games. These games are going to be very good. I mean, it's a few people even posted. This has been the best playoff football. This past weekend was some.
Hang on a second. Let's compare for a second Saturday and Sunday.
Shoot.
Because to me, Sunday was a hell of a lot better than Saturday was. Saturday was
Saturday was your
ugly football.
appetizer. Saturday was your appetizer. Sunday was your entree.
It's one thing that I did see.
And Sunday night was your dessert. You know, the overtime was your dessert.
And
Well,
the Bills and the Chiefs game kind of ruined it. Every game before the Bills and Chiefs, all ended with walk-off field goals with 4 seconds left.
Yep.
All of them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Except for the Chiefs and the Bills.
Actually, Mike says it was 90 degrees, sweating his ass off.
Well, I mean, I'll say this: if Saturday was the appetizer, then the entree and the dessert saved me from walking out of that damn restaurant.
Touche.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. I mean, you know, where else are you going to see Ryan Tannehill do what he's done all year as a fantasy owner? I freaking know it.
Yeah.
Interceptions up the yazoo. You know, I mean,
I had him the game he threw 5 against the Texans. That sucked.
like I said, I knew Cincinnati was going to turn around and just whoop that.
He didn't cost me money though, so he's safe. I didn't pick him that week.
Hey, I'll lead the charge now. Aaron Rodgers to Tennessee.
Ooh.
There's a lot of people right now. They might not like it, but they have the Browns as the favorite to land.
Who?
Rodgers.
I was hoping maybe he meant Tannehill.
Right side. If he switches
Ryan Tannehill can kick rock. He suck.
The only way that Rodgers loses to the 49ers would be in the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's 0-4
against the Niners in the playoffs.
Really? With that offensive line? I don't think so.
I don't.
Who are you here? Where did you hear Rodgers to Cleveland?
They've been talking about it all day on different chats and different pages.
God, do we have to pull up the salary cap chart again?
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
They don't have the room to sign him unless you cut Baker.
That's what they're saying. It's gonna have to involve.
Well, they have to make the trade. They have to do the trade.
Yeah, it's going to be trade.
It is going to be a trade because Green Bay is already 40 in the hole, and they've got to alleviate off money because they also have to turn around and franchise tag Adams. So you can't keep everybody, and there's only so much wheeling and dealing.
Possibly finish this offseason with no wide receiver. I mean, they ain't got Cobb. MBS is a free agent. Lazard, they're all free agents.
Yeah, I mean, every wide receiver is a free agent.
Let's call it what it is. Green Bay is in the hole one Aaron Rodgers. It's his salary that has them in the hole.
Right?
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's you know, that of course is, you know, it's like, all right, you know, Rodgers is definitely not. Personally, I'm sitting there going, Rodgers just turned around and go, yeah, I think I'm about done, and the Jeopardy people are calling me. You know, it's like, where's he going? Oh yeah,
he was
Jeopardy.
Retire. I straight thought he was going to retire if they won it all this year.
Well, I mean, whoa, wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
I saw Baker, don't sign Jarvis. You can make something work with someone if they decide.
Here's the thing, Kyle. We have this conversation in Detroit damn near every year for the past 15, I would say. A trade like that is just so rare. Just everything has to come together perfectly. I mean, no offense, I'm like I said, I've never gone on here and I've never defended Baker or any of that stuff. I mean, you guys, I love throwing things out there just to see how you guys react to it. But the fact of the matter is, he's probably good enough to win with. It's just figuring out the other parts. I totally get the idea of getting something better at the QB position. It is the QB position. I just don't know if that's the route you guys want to go, because you are literally throwing away the playbook, and I don't mean that in the literal sense. I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Right.
can we go back to
It's
talking about the
kind of
AFC and NFC Championship game?
I was gonna
I
say,
don't.
only got 35 mil to sit there and play with. You know, I mean, there's a lot of pieces, parts that are involved, and like I said, right now, Green Bay is just in a super major hole, and
Look,
that
Yeah.
could be one big thing that they've got to sort out.
we got 3 weeks of football left, and then we have 2 months to talk about this shit.
Yep. Yep.
Because there is no baseball right now because they're locked out.
Hang on,
Yeah.
hang on. What are you talking about? We got 20 minutes of picks, and then we have an hour to talk about it.
No, because we can talk about some racing this week.
No, let's not.
Yes,
It's still football season.
it's getting ready
It's
to be racing
always
season.
football season.
Getting ready to be racing season. You got the Rolex 24 this weekend.
Nobody cares about that.
It's fun to watch.
I just can't get into it. I've tried. I can't. Maybe because I don't know half the people that are in it. Maybe
I don't know anybody that's in it. I mean, Jimmy Johnson's racing in it and Austin Cindric's racing in it, but I like to watch. It's fun to watch the prototype cars. Those cars are sweet looking. But anyway, Chiefs and
All
Bengals.
right. So,
Kyle, let's table this. We'll talk about it later.
yeah, I was gonna say, we'll put a pin in it right now. We'll put a pin in it. We'll come right back to it. All right. So, first out, Adam, who would you like, the Bengals or the Chiefs?
I hate to say it, but I think Cinderella's run ends this week. I just think Mahomes is going to play out of his mind, and the Chiefs are going to be looking for revenge against that, that loss earlier, end of the season, second to last game of the season or whatever it was. So I'm going to take the Chiefs.
I'm taking Cincinnati. You know that Doug is also taking Cincy. Mr. Zolt, who do you like?
Give me the Chiefs.
Clint?
Oh man, I will say this. I think the reason the Chiefs are favored by so much is because you look at who they play compared to who the Bengals played. Played the Raiders, the Titans. But I think since it's the truth though. But yeah, I think it ends for them this week. I hope it don't. I want Cincy to go all the way to the Super Bowl, but I just think it ends this week. Yeah, Mahomes.
I mean, I was gonna say that.
And he's still fuming about that, and they looking at the tape about the loss they had.
Yeah, but so is Joe Burrow.
I'm like I said, I'm picking the Chiefs. I would not be unhappy.
Yeah, I won't be mad at Cincy win though.
If the Bengals win, I'm not gonna be unhappy at all.
Yeah.
Bruiser?
Who dey?
All right. Next up, the other half.
Well, you already know who George picking.
Yeah, we get to see this matchup for the third time this year. Can't wait.
And as we've seen it, it hasn't happened yet where they've won a third time in a row. Nobody's pulled off a third time in a row win. So the Rams will beat the 49ers this week. It will happen because the 49ers beat them twice. And the last time it's because LA took their foot off the gas. I think McVay will have a totally different understanding, especially after taking the foot off the gas against Brady.
I would love to live in your realm of delusion and grandeur. I think it would be fun. Because no, the 49ers are beating the Rams.
They shouldn't be here. The 49ers have
Neither should the
house
Bengals. Neither should the
I
Bengals.
disagree with you about the 49ers shouldn't be there. They got the perfect recipe for a playoff run.
What?
Running game and defense. Defense.
Hang on. I will say,
Defense.
49ers went into Lambeau in January and won.
Without scoring an offensive score. Offensive touchdown.
Win to win, right?
So,
They went in and they won.
the Giants did it too.
Touche.
You stopped Rodgers, you stopped Adams, and you stopped Jones. They did it. They did what they had to do.
And Rudolph. And you stopped Mason Rudolph.
Who?
Right.
No, I do not want any part of Odell on the conversation. This is all about Matthew Stafford and getting Matthew Stafford
3
to the
touchdowns.
chance so that Stafford can turn around and give the big FU to the Lions brass.
Nope. I bet
Stafford throw the pick six.
No,
I want to see him. I want to see him throw 2.
No, he won't.
I want to see him throw 2. I want to see Deebo Samuel have 150 receiving yards. I want it to be over by
Wide
halftime.
back. That's a wide back. I never.
Just rushing yards, receiving yards. Like I want to see George having a meltdown in the chat by halftime.
Could probably just shut it off.
He's gonna kick us. He's gonna kick us all out and then just yell into the void.
You opened up a can of worms, and I was gonna go in and start looking at player props and find Odell, but they don't have them listed yet. Just to see what they're predicting Odell's gonna have for the game.
But
When you finish yelling Sunday, I'm gonna send you a sweater with the leathery, elbow patches and a bag of Werther's Originals.
Calm down, Grandpa.
A sign that says get off my lawn.
Yes. If I can find him
I will just turn off both phones.
if I could find it in the Sunday Saver, maybe coupons for Del Monte peas.
Ew. Oh.
What's funny is I went and I made that comment yesterday, and I went to go start a fire, and the thing that I pulled out was the money saver from like last week in the paper to crumple it up, and there it was the Bueller's ad with 5 cents off Del Monte peas, and I was like, ha ha, that's kind of funny.
Oh my god. So yes, I am picking the Rams. Mr. Bruiser.
Oh, the 49ers for sure. Like you had to ask.
Clint.
Oh man, yeah. The perfect recipe to slow them down. I'm going with the Niners. I think Niners.
I just want to see you cry, George. That's all.
I feel like this Niner team is special. Like
there is nothing special. The team that played against the Chiefs a few years ago, that was something special.
Hey, that Ram defense is horrible against the run. They can be ran on. They can be ran on.
I hate to step on Zolt's toes, but there's some breaking news coming across the wire on Twitter right now. Trey Lance is supposed to start on Sunday in the title game.
Good. Guaranteed loss. Fantastic.
See, he doesn't even mute me when I try.
Because I know you're full of shit. Problem was you said it was coming across Twitter.
Adam Schefter's on Twitter.
Ian Rappaport.
Ian Rappaport.
I have them on my Twitter. I would have known. It would have went off. Adam, who would you like?
I really don't want to pick either teams. I don't want to see this fucking matchup, but here we are. I'm gonna pick the Rams just because I can see it setting up to be the second year in a row that the home team gets to host a Super Bowl and play in it at the same time. But I won't be mad if San Francisco wins just to hear your tirade.
Mr. Zolt. What,
Wait,
what,
what are the numbers?
what are our numbers, by the way?
Hey, numbers. Hey, look at that. Rams are favored by 3.5. That's your home team. Over under is 46.5. Kind of going along with that, I think the Rams defense is just going to shut down San Francisco completely. Give me the Rams. Team of Destiny ends today.
Von Miller 3 sacks.
I'm going to take the Rams.
Somewhere Burrow's going, only 3?
Right.
Right.
Well, that's just Von Miller. I'm not saying
Can
Aaron
you
Donald
imagine? I will have to mute my mic and mute my computer because I will giggle like a schoolgirl for the first 15 minutes of the show next Monday if we come on here talking about a 49ers Bengals Super Bowl. Just to listen to George bitch about how his favorite team is in the fucking Super Bowl.
And he's not happy.
And he's not happy.
The funny thing is this is not the first time this has happened. Unfortunately, I was also rooting for the then San Diego Chargers to beat Steve Young in the 49ers in a Super Bowl. And
They
that
killed
happened. It was an ass whooping. So it's not the first time it's happened.
You are probably the most miserable football fan I've ever met.
Thank you.
I think that was the first.
And I know a lot of Steelers fans.
Wow.
I think that was the first Super Bowl I fell asleep at halftime because it was a fucking blowout.
Yeah, the funny thing was I was living up in Michigan at the time, and I had driven down here, visited my mom, and at halftime I was like, yeah, I can turn around and go home. No problem. This game's over with.
I watched I remember the first Super Bowl I can remember watching is the 49ers Broncos one.
Kyle's got a question for you, George.
Sorry, I'm multitasking.
It's all right, I got it.
They dared to win. That's all that they do.
They did nothing, Kyle. Like I said, I just know that this team has been playing with house money and they've just been getting lucky. And the luck, it's just like being the Browns fan. You're waiting for the other foot to drop, and the other foot's gonna drop.
You're in the NFC Championship
Don't throw the
game.
Browns in. Don't use the Browns to dictate your point.
I would.
It's the same damn thing. Because what happened back in week 14? I picked the 49ers, and the 49ers got their ass whooped.
George.
That's right. It's back to the normal 49ers.
George, you are one win away from going to the Super Bowl. I would sever my left nut right now for the Browns to be in that position.
Agreed.
Right now. For us to be talking about the Browns and the Chiefs instead of the Bengals and the Chiefs. Like, how dare you, sir, be pissy because your team is in the NFC Championship game?
Like I said, I just know they've been playing with house money. I've seen how bad Jimmy G has been playing. If it wasn't for Debo and Debo running the ball,
like a petulant child,
Jimmy can't do shit from Shinola, and the people in Shinola are pissed about it.
I hope he raises the Lombardi Trophy. Yep. I want Jimmy Garoppolo, Super Bowl winning quarterback.
MVP.
Jimmy Garoppolo
MVP.
with the
Yes.
No. Come here. Where's that fucking mute?
Hang on.
Oh,
well, that would mean
no.
That would be what? Jimmy Garoppolo, 5-year, $250 million quarterback?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
5 years of hell. Kiss my.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
Kyle's on.
So is Trent freaking Dilfer.
So is Eli Manning. Your point?
Eli could throw the ball.
So could Trent Dilfer.
No, he could not.
Yes, he
Trent
could.
Dilfer couldn't fight his way out of a brown paper bag.
There's been a new addition to the 49ers fan base. He wants the 49ers just to win so Jimmy G can do the victory lap after the Super Bowl, he said.
Jimmy Garoppolo, you've just thrown the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. What are you going to do now? I'm going to Disney World.
I'm going to George's house.
Oh my God.
George, we could go to the DeBartolo building down in Canton, and we could see the Super Bowl trophy together after they win.
I've seen the Super Bowl trophy.
No, when Garoppolo wins this one.
No, I do not have a Jimmy G bobblehead anywhere in the vicinity. I do. The only thing I have is the Jimmy G jersey to jinx his ass, and that hasn't even worked out.
Just think. Okay, think about it this way though. In 8 years, he's only played 63 games. Think about how rested he is.
You're not helping.
He doesn't have that wear and tear on his body that Matthew Stafford has from playing in Detroit all that time. Listen, Matthew Stafford's body right now is like one of those roadside truck stop hookers. It's just beaten up and ugly.
Wow.
Jimmy G's like one of Jimmy G.
Well, we are after dark.
Jimmy G playing only 63 games in 9 years is like one of those Vegas hookers.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh, Suds, you're killing me. Suds says Bengals and 49ers.
I'm all right with that.
Suds is going with the old school rematch.
I don't want to see another. If LA wins, that's 2 years in a row that the team hosting the Super Bowl would be the home team. And I don't want to see it.
I think I just want to see somebody else other than Patrick Mahomes.
That too. Like I want.
You better too many, bro.
I want them to actually have to talk about the game, and instead of crawling up one player's ass for the whole 2 weeks.
Well, like me and George talked about before we got on air, like really the only matchup you're going to get that we haven't seen already this year would be the Bengals and the Rams.
Right.
Bengals 49ers.
They played each other in San Francisco, and they beat San Francisco beat them, I think. Well, or was it the other way around? It was a last-minute field goal. Somebody won. I think the Bengals won.
I think the Bengals won on last-minute field goal.
That's fine. Let them play again. I don't care.
Yeah, San Francisco won 26-23.
That game that went to overtime, wasn't it?
Yep, it did. And San Francisco had to kick 2 field goals to get it.
That's fine. Let them play again in the Super Bowl. I would like to see a game that they actually have to talk about the game.
You see that question, Zolt? You're the stat guy. Who has a better winning percentage, Jimmy G or Stafford?
Stafford spent 99% of his career on the Lions. What the hell do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's too easy.
That's the response I was looking for.
Yeah, that's too damn easy.
I tell you what, though, regardless, there are a whole generation of millennials like me and Zolt and Adam who were raised on Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and Snoop, who can't wait for the halftime show.
I can't wait for the halftime show neither.
Because the moment they start playing "Ain't Nothing But a G Thing," that poor sensor in the truck is going to develop a epileptic tick. Just
no, you know the song. I'm waiting on
Natural Born Killers.
They ain't got Exhibit on there, but I'm waiting for. I want them to play "Bitch Please" just because I want Eminem to start doing like old Slim Shady Eminem, just to see how many times they attempt to try to catch him.
Can you imagine if they go into some old school NWA shit?
They
You
say
hear
gonna have
the
Mary J. Blige there too, though. So
but if you hear the
Kendrick
first
Lamar.
if you hear the first like 3 bars of FTP, like, can you imagine Roger Goodell sitting in that booth
Oh
just
my
shit
God.
his pants?
He would just go bonkers.
He can hear the first 3-4 bars. It doesn't matter. He ain't gonna know what it is.
No, but we will.
All right, let's take our break right here.
Can we come back and talk more about how Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be Super Bowl winning quarterback?
Good God
I mean,
Almighty!
that's what
We
we're
will
going to
be
talk
right
about.
back.
I don't know if that's what George is going to talk about.
I was walking around with my hound one day. She come along with a poodle and it started to play. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. I said, honey, our puppets are drawing attention. She said, come on inside, I'll show you the whole collection. Hot dog, yeah, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. With this woman child, she dealt me 3 of a kind, and every one of them wild. Hot dog, hot dog, yeah, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. She said, let's spin the bottle, and we spun it mightily. When the spunner got to spinning, it was pointed at me. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. I think I'm getting lucky. Hot dog, I might be getting me some. She said she had an nymphomaniac sister. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. We went out for ice cream, and I said, honey, I'm down to my stick. She said, my mouth is so dry, I wish I had something to lick. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, oh, hot dog, ooh, hot dog, hot dog. I might be getting lucky. It's hot.
As I'm cruising through, and most of you folks know that I am pretty close with the Gronkowskis and the family and such, and there has been a posting that has come up. Rob has turned around and given a farewell post to the Buccaneers, stating that he is grateful for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for giving him the opportunity to play. To the teammates, thank you for giving it everything you had. Blah, blah, blah. And finally, thanks to the fans for all the support over the season. You guys are the best. And question marks year 12. So with that being said, Gronkowski, free agent 2. Where's next?
San Francisco pairing up with Jimmy G.
Oh my God!
That deserves to be.
Wow!
Like,
Wow!
he didn't.
He didn't waste a second. He
You
just
teed it up for him.
Yes, I have to say touche, because yeah, he
You
did.
basically served that up like Brian Shaw.
That was a Baker Mayfield interception that was run back for a pick 6. Thank you.
Wow. Damn, he even had to bring Baker in on it.
I hated for that kid.
I think Gronkowski's done. He's
Oh,
certainly
he
a Hall of,
wasn't. Brady brought him back out.
but he's
I was
certainly
gonna. It wouldn't surprise me if he's done.
Yeah,
he's certainly a
same.
Hall of
I
Fame
think
tight
so.
end.
I think he just came back solely for Brady. Like,
I think he came
if
back
Brady
for
tells
Brady in
him
another
I'm
ring.
running it back, then Gronk will probably consider coming back.
I think Brady's done, to be honest.
No, it's what he posted.
mean,
Kind of wonder.
That was an interesting post that he had today. That's probably the one thing that I could see in the back of his head that would actually lead him to retire. And it's
Is that
interesting
Brady's
that
retiring?
No, I'm sorry. I'm referring to Brady's post today.
I didn't see Brady's post. I didn't know he posted anything.
Yeah, it was basically he was talking about how he needs to take time.
Be a better husband.
Yeah, it basically what football does. He's
It's
in a roundabout
ironic
way.
that
He's talking about what football does to him and keeps him away from his wife, keeps him away from keeps him away from the family. And that, like I said, that is probably the one thing that I could see that drives him away from the game. Otherwise, I think he goes until he drops.
Dude, you are a multi-millionaire with a smoking wife. You're
Who makes more money?
45. Yeah, who makes more money than you, and you make hundreds of millions of dollars a year. You you're 45. You have 2 or 3 kids, and they're all under 10. Like, hang it up, man. You have 7 Super Bowl rings. You as a quarterback have more Super Bowl rings than any team in the NFL does.
He does have one more. He has one more year that he can pretty much.
But back to what Doug was saying, but they did say,
Yeah.
I did see somebody, they said that Lavelle possibly might force him to finally retire. Like,
Here's the question, though.
like hang it up. Like, because he probably did promise her, like, she probably did, like, he probably, give me a couple more years, try to get a couple more, and then.
Here's the question, though. The Bucs spent all that money on Gronk and Brady and bolstering that offense and that team. How quickly do they go to the basement if Brady leaves? I'm unaware of anybody. I am unaware of anybody that the Bucs have signed or drafted to fill the quarterback.
I mean, they'll be absolutely fine when they trade for Rodgers.
Maybe they'll trade to San Francisco to get Super Bowl winning MVP Jimmy Garoppolo.
It might be the first time the show ever ends early.
Then you could have Trey Lance starting.
Oh, good Lord, have mercy.
Then you could have Super Bowl winning MVP Trey Lance.
Bring me some rum. It's gonna be a long hour.
Now, you as the Niners fan, you can't get mad because you knew that it was one of these two scenarios. It was gonna be Jimmy G ride this thing as far as he can, or if they let it end it early, he's gone and it's Trey Lance.
I mean, let's be honest. You got Jimmy G, and you're in.
It was supposed to be Mac Jones.
Unfortunately, it's not
Trey Lance.
But it's not. So you were either looking down the barrel of a 5-12 season, or you're sitting there with Jimmy G, and you're in the NFC Championship game. Like, what do you have to be mad at?
Everything.
Like they got lucky.
I don't care if they got lucky. Enjoy the ride.
We wish the Browns could have got lucky and had this kind of ride.
Yeah.
I think this last hour should be George G3 fan therapy hour. Like, Tell me what the 49ers did to you, man.
Show me on Jimmy G's call where they hurt you.
Brady is due for $25 million. However, if he were to retire, Tampa Bay gets back $16 million.
Okay, so he gives them.
Face,
So he opens up his wallet and pulls out $16 million.
So it's not that bad. It's not that bad at
Who
all.
is Tampa Bay backup quarterback?
Gabbard, ain't it?
He's still in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they got Kyle Trask drafted from Florida.
You're Tom Brady's backup. Are you really still in the NFL?
Yeah.
Jimmy G is, and he was Brady's backup, and he's gonna play in the Super Bowl.
Hang on a second. Can somebody other than me, because I ain't gonna do it, sit here and add up how many backup quarterbacks Tom Brady's had in his career, and how many of them are still around? Like I said, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't got that kind of time.
The only one I know is Jimmy G. Is Brian Hoyer still around?
Yes, Brian Hoyer is still around somewhere.
Yeah, he's
in New England. Yeah,
he's in New England.
You got what's the name from Clint's boy, Brisket.
Oh yeah, Jacoby Brisket. I forgot about that.
I have them here.
Here's the one that that never amounted to anything, but this kid was so fucking. He was like so highly touted coming out of college. Ryan Mallett.
So here we go. Starting in 2001.
I was going to say Stidham, Mallett, I forgot about Damon Heward.
Yeah, so starting in 2001, Damon Heward and Drew Bledsoe. 2002 to 2003, Damon Heward and Rohan Davey. 2004, Rohan Davey and Jim Miller. 2005, Doug Flutie and Matt Castle.
Yeah, I remember Castle.
I forgot about Matt Castle.
I was just going to say
that one year Brady got hurt.
And Matt Castle went to Kansas City and crapped the bed.
Matt Castle made
and then Matt Castle went to Green Bay and crapped the bed.
2006, Matt Castle, Vinny Testaverde. 2007, Matt Castle and Matt Gutierrez.
Testaverde?
2008, Matt Castle and Kevin O'Connell. 2009 to 2010, Brian Hoyer. 2011, Brian Hoyer and Ryan Mallett. 2012 to 2013, Ryan Mallett. 2014 to 2015, Jimmy Garoppolo. 2016, Super Bowl winning MVP Jimmy G and Jacoby Brissett.
He has not won a Super Bowl yet.
He's going to.
As an MVP, he's not won a Super Bowl.
Well, you want to talk about stats? Because I know that just looking at this, there's an article that popped up that here are 4 notable quarterbacks who cashed in after being Brady's backup. Matt Castle at the time signed a $63 million deal with the Chiefs.
That's off the 1 year when they went 11-5 and missed the playoffs.
That's going to be 1 year. That's going to be 1 year of Jimmy G's new contract after winning the Super Bowl this year.
Hold on, it gets better. Hold on, I haven't got to that point yet. Brian Hoyer only signed a 2-year, $12 million contract. Brissett signed a 2-year extension worth $30 million, and then good old, as Brewster's been calling him, Super Bowl MVP, Jimmy G, signed a then record $137.5 million contract with the 49ers.
I'm gonna say this: it does roll off the tongue,
right? You know what? You know what's great is the camera angle only shows that corner of the office of George's house. You know what I'm imagining is right off the screen is a metal ball bat and one of those kung fu dummies that after the show, George just gets up and hits the shit out of it and just cusses at all of us.
I wish.
I'm waiting for that. Waiting for it to happen during the show.
He's going to be summoning Jobu this weekend before the game.
Make sure you have a bucket of chicken.
I need my rum.
You're gonna need an IV at this point.
I have enough.
Listen,
Hey, but
I have been dealing with.
you got like Garoppolo's tenacity though. You heard what he said after they made that field goal, man? He said, "Man, fuck the Packers."
Right? Here's the thing. This will probably get me muted, but I want to see if everybody else is down. Is that if, say, somehow, some way, the 49ers do pull this off and Jimmy G does get the fucking MVP, we all go out and get jerseys and wear it to Burridge's house for the draft next year.
All Jimmy Garoppolo jerseys. I
Listen,
could Trey Lance because he'll be starting.
listen. If it comes down
No,
to
because the next 49ers jersey, it'll be Deebo Samuel. It will be somebody good.
I have to be Jimmy G.
I already have that piece of crap. It's upstairs.
No, we're going to wear Jimmy G's.
listen,
I will make sure the jinx will happen Sunday.
if somehow the 49ers pull this off, I will show up at Burridge's half painted red and gold with the wig on, with just Garoppolo's number emblazoned in my chest hair. I will shave that fucker in.
Look, wow. Look.
So it's going well. I'm glad the Aces is up here.
I'm going to be real for a second. Let's face it. If all of this does happen, I mean, we all know Young is probably going to be the starting quarterback next year, one way or the other, because Jimmy G is going to be off, leading the Saints.
Or the Buccaneers.
Ooh.
You got to replace one Super Bowl winning quarterback with another.
Now they can trade Trey Lance.
Starter.
See, what George is hoping for is that Jimmy G goes back to New England, and then New England can trade Mac Jones to San Francisco, where he should have rightfully been drafted by to begin with.
Yeah, because I almost wanted to throw things when that happened.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget your face when they drafted him.
I legit didn't realize how much Jimmy G was actually making. Holy crap. Really?
Yeah, really. Jed York opened up the pocketbook. Like, you idiot.
26.9.
It's going to go up. It's going to go up.
He hasn't won shit yet.
So miserable.
You sound like a Browns fan.
He does.
With
I've met Lions fans more optimistic than you.
That's because we've just given up.
I was going to say.
That's fair.
I've seen that avenue. Doug, we think he's done.
I think Brady's done.
Completely random. Literally, I pulled up San Francisco's salary chart just for the hell of it because I wanted to see how much Jimmy makes. And I'm like, oh, but he's got like no dead cap. And then I'm going down this list. And all of a sudden I come to Trent Williams, who has like $32 million in dead money if you get rid of him. Did you see the play where Trent Williams, your left tackle, acted as a pulling guard and then a fullback and literally trucked the entire Green Bay defensive line?
Bitch. That's how that was.
As a Lions fan,
yes.
How happy were you to see Aaron Rodgers' boo-boo face on Saturday night?
It's a thing of glory,
right?
And any little bit of sunshine on a cold winter's day, we'll take it.
Now, I liked Adam's idea about the Jimmy G jerseys. Should they win? I want to one-up you though. What if we got an effigy? You know how they do the laser printed, like the glass pictures that you can put on your end table or whatever.
Or your mantle?
Yeah, like the 3D ones. What if we got George a bowling ball with just Jimmy G holding the Lombardi Trophy?
Okay, so now we're talking about doing something whether they win or not, right? We're just gonna do it.
Yes, why not? Just confetti inside the ball. Just
No. Nope, you're not helping.
Tis not my job to help.
just
I'll tell you what.
crimson
Oh,
and
but
gold
you're just
confetti.
pour that gasoline on this fire. Thanks a lot, dude.
George is gonna bowl his ass off Friday night after this fucking show.
Only if when he releases the ball, he goes, Jimmy G!
It's gonna be some overhand throws, let me say.
Chucking it down. I think for every strike George gets, we'll just hold up 10 fingers for Jimmy G's number.
I haven't laughed this hard all day. Thank you. Oh, it was a long day too. We got that 6 inches of snow yesterday, and another 3 today. People were breaking plows left and right.
You know, it's a busy time for you, I bet.
Oh, and then I had to come home and plow my own driveway.
I thought you were gonna say something else. Never mind.
No, that's later.
We are after dark, Zolt.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
I knew the Jimmy G talk couldn't last forever.
Well, I mean,
Oh, Jesus Christ, Sean. You're freaking killing me, Sean. You're killing me, Sean.
thank you, Sean. Thank you. Do you think secretly in George's bowling bat there's just a white towel with a red number 10 on it that he just wipes down?
No, and that will not go into my 49ers bowling ball.
Well, I thought it was funny because I actually went up there to watch him, but they were playing, like Sean, they were all together, the group.
Right.
And I thought it was funny because I look over and he's got those little, covers for your bowling shoes, and they're 49ers. They said, look at this motherfucker trying to jinx them before they play tomorrow night. Didn't work out too well, unfortunately.
I almost want to come up to, I just want to drive up to the bowling lane one Friday to hang out.
That's what I did. I took the wife and kid. Dude, Piper had a blast with all the other kids.
Yeah,
I would
Piper
just go up there by myself.
We turned around and told Bryce, hey, take Piper on down. She had an absolute blast.
I just want to come up there and then hang out and just give George shit for like 3
Well, no,
hours.
because George would take. You wouldn't even be fucking with George because your other buddy's there.
Acres.
Oh, Acres?
Acres.
Yeah.
That would turn into a fist fight.
Nah. I can see you guys bitching back and forth though.
No, because I would end up saying something stupid.
You never.
No. My
I
mouth
like
has never
that.
gotten me into trouble. Ever.
I was going to say, you saying something stupid, that never happened.
Well, look at Sean's comment. He's got a point there. Friday nights are a drinking train wreck.
Yes.
Listen,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't do well with belligerent drunk people. At all.
There wasn't really too anybody belligerent Friday night.
Not this past week.
There has been though.
There has been, yeah.
And yes, I will fully admit I say stupid shit all the time. However, most of the stupid shit I say is factually accurate.
I just say stupid shit to troll people.
And you don't need a decoder ring. And you don't need a decoder ring to understand the message, unlike you do with Acres shit half the time.
Well, we got translators.
I just give up. I give up. I don't even try to figure it out because I figure somebody else will probably try to. Like, no.
Listen, Ralphie in the bathroom with his little orphan Annie decoder ring couldn't fucking figure out what Acres was saying.
And for those who aren't in the understanding, it's in our chat.
Although, I mean, you have just given us a beautiful. At some point, Acres is going to post something, and one of us is posting a GIF of Ralphie spelling out "Drink your Ovaltine."
Yes. Yes. You're welcome.
Burris is going to be waiting for that one.
Yeah.
I think usually the first one to jump in his shit.
Very true.
I woke up the other morning and there might have been 15 messages in the chat from Akers. And I'm like, I can't. It's too early for this.
The worst part is when like it's a bowling night and him and Sean are in the chat talking to each
back
other.
and forth.
And they're fucking sitting right across from each other at the fucking bowling alley, but yet they're in the chat too.
Oh, dude, Sean does that all the time. He's notorious for that.
I have never muted a group more than like 3-4 nights a week. It's like mute for 8 hours. Goodbye.
Yeah.
3 in the morning.
What's bad is it like there'll be something that happens, and I will specifically tag Zolt because I want to know his opinion on it, and then it'll be like the following day, at least 12 to 15 hours later. I'm like, hey, did you see this? No, I didn't.
I'm sorry. When I wake up and it says 128 unread messages, I'm not doing it.
That's right.
That's fair.
And there, Sean says that Burris is what Terry yelled at him for it.
Oh.
Terry don't play.
So.
Yeah, when it
honestly,
says 87 messages overnight, it's like, the hell?
And that's exactly why I keep my
And
phone
it's always
silent.
Sean and Akers.
Good
So-
for you, Doug.
Yeah, Doug's smart. So we've got the AFC NFC Championship games this weekend. Next weekend is the off week in between the Super Bowl and the AFC. But it's the Clash at the Coliseum, where NASCAR went into the LA Coliseum and made the quarter-mile track like Bowman Gray down in North Carolina. And they're going to run the next-gen car on it.
Actually, you're incorrect.
It
The
is
week after, there is football. It is the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is going back to before the Super Bowl. Yes,
Stop.
it's on February 6th.
I might count the Pro Bowl.
The
Hey,
Pro Bowl
football.
will be off. Yes,
That's just a game where you can just have 18 people say, I can't make it.
Even Mike knows.
Ain't no
Mike
game. Ain't no game.
The Pro Bowl is on February 6th.
There ain't no game. That's enough for me to sleep
So there's
through.
no football on.
Yes, there is. That's
That's
football.
enough for me to sleep through.
Hey, that's the USFL. Oh shit! Did I spoil
All right,
that?
watch that before the Pro Bowl.
I'd rather
tell
watch
you what,
the Aces.
All right, watch that before the Pro Bowl.
You bring the old, the skills competition back and throw that on in prime time.
Bring the
You got a better
QB,
chance
yeah, the
than you
QB
got.
challenge back.
I'd
watch
that.
I'd watch that in a minute.
I'd watch a skills competition. I'm
Yeah.
excited though to see the Clash because that's on February 6th, and that's normally the Clash of Daytona is they run a short race before the duels.
This is the first time they're doing this?
At a different place.
At a different place. It's always at Daytona, and it's always last year they had to change the qualifications, but it's always usually just the pole winners from the year before.
The no defense.
Yep, Doug, the no defense bowl. Yeah.
Who get into the
No, the line I like is Ed Hockley. He goes, yes, there are penalties in the Pro Bowl. Best line ever.
they're rarely called.
Didn't they do
Well, they're not on the rush, right?
I'd watch that over the Pro Bowl.
As long as it's the average Joes versus the Vipers.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You must be daddy.
But can you dodge a bowling ball with Jimmy G engraved on it?
Oh.
I want this to happen so bad.
It ain't going away till the end of the show, George. It's just not.
And See, Jordan's in a predicament right now because he knows that he can't boot you into the green room because you can just throw yourself back in just as quickly as you do.
George also knows that if he mutes me, I'll just be like, all right, fine, and I'll go hang out with my wife.
Booting the entertainment is not fun. That's stupid. I look like an idiot.
Oh, there you go. Michael's got a good option. Oh, too bad you weren't scared to take a bet.
No. Oh, no. Oh, hell no. You're lucky.
Come on, you don't want to do
You're lucky I got the damn jersey. Hell no.
I can see it now. If they win the Super Bowl.
Oh, George.
No, there is. This is an ink-free zone. Sorry, folks.
Oh,
nope, that one's
George.
not happening. That one is not happening.
I found a spot. They make
That's
custom.
what she said.
They make custom bowling balls, and they do the engraving, and they're licensed to put the NFL logos on it. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to launch that sucker right out of a cannon. I'm going to donate that to Mythbusters. Donate it right to Mythbusters.
What weight do you play with, George?
No, there is no ink, dude. Nope. No way.
What, you're scared of needles?
Just, it's my own personal preference.
Well, I'm just, I know some people don't like this because of the needles.
This guy is. I don't like
no.
needles.
I get my shot. I get shots all the time. Nope. It's just not been my thing. Just not been my thing.
The base custom bowling ball starting at $155.
Ooh, damn.
Listen, I've spent more money on worse things.
Oh, we can always start a GoFundMe.
Oh my god!
In this group, I guarantee you.
I was gonna say for this show.
There's $80 right here.
Like, I was gonna say I got a weird feeling with this group, with this show. Yeah, it wouldn't be hard.
I think Clint. Yeah. I think I could get Clint, Zolt, and Adam to throw in 20. That's $80 right there. We're already halfway to this.
Honestly, if you were to just.
I got a weird feeling Mike could turn around and throw in. Yeah, he
yeah, there you go.
I'm just saying, if you pull the Dueling Aces League, the MI Aces League, the Ohio League, you've probably got your money.
Done.
See, I knew it.
There it is.
Even Mike Johnson, you bastard.
So there we go. We're already accruing money for this.
It must happen.
Who needs friends when I've got you guys?
At least you know we truly like you.
This is true. I hope. Oh,
if
Lord.
I didn't like you, I wouldn't talk to you.
This is true. I was going to say, because you don't talk to Akers.
I don't.
Touche. Oh, Lord.
This is the best.
Bruce is going, best show ever.
I'm just wondering where on your wall you're gonna put the picture of Jimmy G holding the Lombardi Trophy after they win the Super Bowl.
All right, fine. If that little shit pulls it off, I will put it up on the green screen for 2 months. It'll be up there.
Wow. I think we're all rooting for the Niners now.
One more thing you got to do too, though. You got to get like some voice thing. And had to say, Jimmy Garoppolo, you are the Super Bowl MVP.
Oh my God. All right. I just like I had the Mr.
Just have it play over.
And it has to be sincere. It has to be sincere.
No. Just like I had the Mr. Pitiful thing for Baker, I will put it together. Hey, I put together the Michigan thing. I'll do it. I put the Michigan thing together. I'll put a Jimmy G drop
I think you should get a
that
frame.
has to get played.
I think you should just get a framed picture of Jimmy G and replace that LeBron photo that's off to your right.
That is the Kobe tribute with LeBron and Jordan both.
Well,
That bad boy stays right where it's at.
hey, Bubba.
Respect to that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Mike, Mike, you know, I thought we were friends, damn it.
Right, Bub.
Ooh, there's a good one.
Can I wear a 49ers helmet? That's kind of a sore subject right now, but we don't have.
About mine.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You do have one.
I got the Deion Sanders. It's an Eclipse, but I mean, it's not. It's the 49ers helmet still.
Who the hell is what?
He's from the Three Geeks podcast.
Yeah, Jason is from our Three Geeks. Where's Bob?
Does he actually follow sports?
Yeah. No. I know what he's talking about because I've actually bought Bryce one. Jason, shut the hell up.
I hate that.
No, don't give them any bright ideas.
What ideas, Jason?
That would just be another thing that I know Bruiser would definitely.
Jason, Three Amigos. It's enough right there.
Yep.
Really.
There is lots of space on that ball.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of space on the damn ball. I know. I put one together for Bryce. Damn it, Jason. Quit giving him ideas.
I didn't see the idea. I need to see this.
And Clint said it. Put the Three Amigos on the ball.
No, really. No.
Yeah. Lots of space on
that.
That
wasn't even
that's
the
what I'm
worst
going with.
movie.
That's what I'm going with.
That wasn't even the worst movie. That was
The
not
most
even
egregious.
That wasn't even number one on my list. It's all right.
Well, wait.
Jason knows he's got his own movie that he's an eclipsed with. So guess what?
You don't like the Three Amigos?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Did the whole hip thrust right there for you.
Oh my God. Really? You know. Sure you
Yes.
were.
Yes.
Sure you were. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Somebody needs to put that on the page right now so the rest of the viewing fan base can see what we see. Oh. That's fantastic.
I'll beat you to it, Zolt. Just
there it is. Jimmy G practicing.
It's good because if I tried to do it,
Zolt would eventually get there.
Well, that's the thing. It'd be like 9:57 or whatever. I'd finally figure out how to do it, and boom, there it is.
Yeah. I figured I'd save you the headache.
Makes me so happy. Just the fact that you were so annoyed by this, that your team is successful.
Jimmy Garoppolo
because
is
they're
supposed
to be here.
Man.
The defense is suspect at best. They are not supposed to be here.
Yes, they are. It's destiny.
The 7-9 New York Giants were supposed to get steamrolled by the 18-0.
No, I picked that Giants team to win, by the way. Straight up.
I didn't say
you hate
they were supposed to get steamrolled.
Yeah,
And
that's per certain people.
And David Tyree and Plaxico Burress said, nope.
I'm getting to the
Told
point now
everybody, Bill, bet on the Giants.
that if this gets to the point and this happens, fuck, I'll go out and buy a Jimmy G jersey.
Shane's got plenty of them.
Get down to fit my fat ass though.
Oh, touche.
I got a link that Sean gave me. I can get them for like $50. Oh God!
Mike, no, Mike, you're killing me. You're killing me.
The bad thing about that is, Mike, is I guarantee you Baker's on that list too.
Here's the thing: if Jimmy G manages to win the NFC Championship game and then go on to win the Super Bowl, he will be the third greatest Niners quarterback behind Young in Montana.
Yeah, look at that face.
I can't. I need a drink.
Oh, God.
I mean, let's be honest.
He walked away. He's gonna go grab that bottle of rum and split it.
I didn't think about that if he win the Super Bowl.
He will be.
Oh, man.
Third highest winning percentage among Niner quarterbacks.
Hold on, you guys do realize, and I hate to say this, and I don't mean this by like as anything negative by any means, or that I'm making fun of it, but are we gonna have to put George on suicide watch if this fucking happens? I mean,
gotta be the oddest reaction to your team winning ever.
He's out in his backyard burning the Garoppolo jersey in a fucking fire.
He's writing emails to the voodoo witch doctor that cleansed the Superdome for the Saints. Did have you ever heard that story?
I have.
So they did it. So, and they did the year that the Saints won the Super Bowl. They brought one of the voodoo women that has a shop down in the French Quarter into the Superdome to cleanse it, and she did a whole ritual right there at midfield to cleanse the Superdome. George is going to be writing letters asking for a Jimmy G doll from this woman, just so he can stick pins in it.
Well, you realize once we get off the air here, he's gonna seriously go get the sage and start burning it tonight.
I just think, man, it's only Monday. It's only Monday.
My whole goal of inducing an aneurysm, I have 14 minutes left to accomplish this. I think I'm close.
I already got the captain in my hand.
That's not captain.
The black or something.
Yes, it is.
Oh, the private stock. Dude, try Sailor Jerry.
Yes, it is.
I've heard that's pretty good too.
If you want some good rum, try Sailor Jerry.
Man, did we go off the rails and just fuck with George this last hour, huh?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Man, could you imagine if Suds was a part of this, though?
Oh, good God. I would have got this bottle about an hour ago.
No. I was going to say Suds would have been booted like 40 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So I just looked this up.
Oh, shit.
I just looked this up, and currently, according to Ranker, the top 10 it's the all-time list. But currently, the top 10 all-time San Francisco 49er quarterbacks. Starting at number 10 is Steve Bono.
I to hear these names. Who?
Steve Bono.
Okay.
Number 9, Frankie Albert. Number 8, Jim Plunkett. Number 7 is Alex Smith. Number 6, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Holy crap.
Hold on.
Bobby didn't make top 5.
It gets better.
Garcia's in there.
Garcia is not in the. Jeff Garcia is number 5. John Brody is number 4. Y.A. Tittle is number 3. Steve Young is number 2. And then Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
But Colin Kaepernick's in there.
It's good to know
11.
Garcia's ahead of Garoppolo.
For now.
Shut up.
For now, until
it's not happening.
For now, until Jimmy G wins the Super Bowl, and then he's number 3.
No, I don't think he'll surpass.
Technically, he should just be higher.
He needs a lot to surpass White Tittle.
If they make the Super Bowl, he should just pass Jeff Garcia off that because he's been to 2. Garcia been to none. And Garcia had T.O.
So did Steve Young.
No, I know. I'm talking about Garoppolo, though. Ain't never had a wide receiver caliber of T.O.
Give Debo a chance. Give Debo a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Debo the beast.
Yeah, he came on these last 5 weeks.
He literally made a position name for himself.
Yeah. Can we? I want to take a second and talk about the game. I know I'm getting us off topic of berating George, but I want to talk about the game Gabriel Davis had for Buffalo.
Good Lord. What was it? 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes?
He had 4 total.
4 total.
4 total touchdowns. He had 8 receptions. 8 receptions for 4 touchdowns and 201 yards.
But the one play was 75, wasn't it?
Yep.
Was it
They won a game in the league.
The 4 touchdowns has never happened in the playoffs before, right? I thought I saw that yesterday.
I saw a stat similar to that. Yeah, you're probably right. I remember seeing something along those lines. He was targeted 10 times. There's only been one other game this year when he was targeted more than 8. And that was week 18 against the Jets. He was targeted 14 times and he had 3 receptions.
Well, think about who fell off in Buffalo, and that's Cole Beasley. Like, I had that motherfucker so many times on my fantasy roster. Every time I started, he wouldn't do shit. He's dead to me, as Clint would say.
and then Gabriel Davis has my respect just because. Hang on a second. I'm actually going to figure out the whole share screen thing.
So the Royal.
But you know what that did for his rookie card from last year?
The Royal Rumble is this Sunday too.
Saturday night.
I was going to say it's Saturday.
Is it Saturday?
Somebody said bumped it to Saturday.
So the Royal Rumble is this weekend. How great would it be on Sunday? You just hear the buzzer, right? And then through the tunnel, and you hear JR's voice, by God, it's Jimmy G. He's come to take advantage of the Super Bowl.
What the hell? What is that?
Sorry, this is a tweet from Gabriel Davis before the game. His cleats, showing loves to the real gamers out there. And you're either a Tarkov gamer or you're not. But I can explain that to you guys after the show.
Okay.
And then quick, stop screen scaring. Okay, before we get into the endless void of us over and over and over again.
Does that do anything for his stock for next year? You think in fantasy, Mr. Davis, or what?
Well,
I don't know. It's out of the blue.
Right.
That's the thing.
Well, and especially if you know that Diggs is going to be double covered a lot. I mean, it helps a little bit. It's just going to depend on the defense.
I mean, it's one of those. Obviously, a game like that doesn't hurt. That's for damn sure. But at the same time, I mean,
it's
you're
like
talking fantasy.
Lazard. It's like having Lazard versus Adams kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking for consistency week in, week out, and You don't get that from him, at least not
But
yet.
Beasley and Sanders, are they both free agents?
Who?
Emmanuel
Beasley and
Sanders.
Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders is.
So
Sanders
Beasley's
was
still
only on
around.
1 year. Emmanuel Sanders is. He was on that list when we looked it up a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, he was. Cole Beasley's still around.
Fuck him.
I'm pulling up
Understand?
Beasley's now. Beasley's got next to no dead money if you cut him. He's coming into his last year.
It might
2022
cut
is his last year. I was
him.
going to
Also,
say
the fact his whole unvaccinated thing throughout the season, which a lot of people saying been a kind of a distraction.
I was going to say his cap hit is 7.5, but if they cut him, they only pay 1.5. So if they're looking to free up money, that frees up $6 million right there.
Yeah, but I mean, you're really not. You technically, because Sanders is a free agent, so he's just an open. That's just an open depth slot.
I forgot how deep.
Hang on.
Rid of
Here's the
Beasley
thing.
too. He's only 22 years old.
Here's the thing though with Sanders. From what I'm seeing, he's not technically a free agent. It's a voidable year.
They'll probably void it, so they won't use the money.
It's 1.375.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that much.
It's nothing.
It's not that much.
Now, granted, he's 35. I don't know how much you're going to get out of him.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Kinda like
1.3 though, they probably keep him. That's not bad
It's
for
like-
35.
Well, no, but it's like Deshaun Jackson at this point. Like, he's still trying, but he just ain't catching on anywhere.
Going to say
Yes.
there's 1.5 million young wide receivers coming out of college every year.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What? Loser, that is. Oh, it's in a Patriots uniform. That just.
But he already has held a Lombardi trophy.
You can get a good photo editing app and change that to 49.
It can.
It's just not the same. Oh, that will totally jinx it, and he'll definitely lose. So by all means, feel free to jinx that shit.
George, you've been trying. You've been trying, and it's not working. So, I just want you to get used to seeing that image.
God, I hope Stafford pulls this off. Please.
I hope Staffords and does exactly what he did with the Lions.
We don't know. We don't know. The Lions never made it here. Are you kidding me?
I forgot how deep the snow was in my side yard. I just let the dog out. Started whistling for her because I thought she ran after a bunny or something. And I'm whistling and she's not coming. And I look beyond the one bush and she is hunkered down in the snow trying to poop. And then I realized that the snow comes up to her chest.
Poor thing.
Whoops.
She is unhappy at the moment.
She gotta be in a better mood.
Well, I'm sure she's in a better mood. We had that. Told you guys we were working on adopting that Doberman.
Mm-hmm.
He was here for a house visit on Saturday, and I don't think we're gonna adopt that dog.
No?
No. He's got some severe behavioral issues that are going to require some serious training.
That sucks.
He's a great dog. He's just not. We have an old lady. We're good with old people dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me an older dog that, like, she'll play for a little bit and then she just wants to lay on the couch and be left alone. Kind of like George is going to want to be after the Niners win the Super Bowl.
Kind of like George is going to want to be after this show.
Yes.
That's kind of how George wanted to be since like the last hour and a half of the show.
Well, I mean, I pulled up the injury report just because a thing. Looks like Debo is going to practice as of Wednesday. For the Rams, Andrew Whitworth looks like he's going to be back, which is good because with him being out this past week, his replacement Joe Noteboom had a pectoral injury, so you'd be looking at your third string offensive tackle in that spot. So I think they need Whitworth in there.
What about for the AFC?
I don't see anything. Tyrann Mathieu in concussion protocol.
Who's going to play?
Yeah, that's the only thing I knew I had seen.
That's the only thing I've seen.
Yeah,
that was a wicked hit too.
Yeah,
it was totally accidental.
Oh yeah, it would. It's like, ooh. But yeah, his presence on the field alone,
Yeah, but you get one good lick, they're gonna yank him out real quick too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that changes the entire complexion of that game. If Joe Burrow can unload without fear of Tyrann Mathieu roaming the field, oof. I mean, he beat him with Tyrann Mathieu, so. I know we normally just do picks, but we got the numbers earlier. So let's have a little fun. Final score of the AFC and NFC championship games.
Hmm. 23-21 Rams and 42-38 Bengals.
Nope.
Jesus.
I'll go 28. Rams 28, 49ers 13. I need a minute on the Chiefs Bengals.
Adam?
Oh, I'll go Rams 30, 49ers 24, and then Chiefs 45, Bengals 35.
Jesus, you going in the 40s?
Yeah.
They just put up points against the Buffalo's #1 defense. What do you think they're going to do to Cincinnati?
Man, I'm going to go Niners 24-21. They win it on a field goal. After Stafford throws the interception. And I'm going to go for the AFC. I ain't going to go as high scoring. I'm going to go 28-21. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as people anticipate. It's going to be one of those games that's going to be a trick game.
I'm going to say 34-21 Niners over the Rams. And then I will say 27-17 Bengals over the Chiefs.
I'll get Chiefs 31, Bengals 24.
Jimmy G throws.
Mike just said, "Screw the gasoline." Mike just went in fuego. Just in full.
Listen. Now you're just being ridiculous, Mike.
But Bruiser likes it.
No, there's a certain level you got to get to, and then. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, 42-0.
We're not talking about the Browns playing the Niners.
You're doing one hell of a job on the blocking.
Yeah, we've actually had more than normal tonight.
Are you blocking people?
Yeah, we've got some ad
Just people.
straggler kind of things. I think it's coming in from the
Well-
YouTube or Twitter or Twitch.
Well, it's 10:05. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Love you too, Mike.
End the misery, George. End the misery.
See you all on the flip side.
Go Niners.
Go Rangers!